Good morning, I'm Natalie Hadley with your KQ&K News, brought to you by Firebolt Ag LLC, serving all of your chemical and fertilizer needs. In August, the Kansas State Board of Education plans to finalize parameters of a 30-member task force that would be formed to develop policy recommendations on non-academic use of cellular phones by pre-kindergarten through 12th grade students while at school. In public and private districts across the United States, officials are limiting or banning smartphones in classrooms to minimize distractions from academic obligations and to lower stress and anxiety among students. Some schools forbid students from accessing phones throughout the day, while others deprive students of devices during class time. State Board of Education Chair Melanie Haas of Overland Park said it's going to take a concerted effort to address the amount of time Kansas children spend on their own devices during instructional time. She said, as parents and elected officials, they need to help children use technology and social media in safer, more beneficial ways. Randy Watson, the State Commissioner of Education, was given the job of forming a task force that included at least 2 state local school board members, students, classroom teachers, administrators, and other education representatives. And he suggested the co-chairs could be a student and a principal. Watson anticipated the State Board of Education would ask the task force to provide a framework for state policy or guidance for school districts to address the issue, and state board members plan to determine at their August meeting boundaries for the task force. The report would be due in late 2024. Watson said he would like the task force to present their recommendations to the board by November, no later than December. And in addition to addressing how Kansas's children are using their digital devices for non-academic purposes while they're in the classroom, they also need to take a hard look at the impact social media is having on children's mental health. Finding something or someone in murky water should be easier for Kansas Wildlife and Parks officials because the department recently got 2 remotely operated underwater vehicles that can search with sonar. Wildlife and Parks game wardens were training with one of the remotely operated underwater vehicles at El Dorado Lake on Wednesday, using the ROV to find a mesh box live trap placed in the water for the training session, and it worked. The remotely operated underwater vehicle has a camera, lights, and a mechanical arm, in addition to sonar. And the Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks said the new technology will greatly aid and enhance underwater searches. The game warden said the remotely operated underwater vehicles system helped with the recovery in May. The Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks plans to keep one available in the eastern half of the state and the other in the western half. U.S. Department of Agriculture Kansas Rural Development Director Christy Davis announced that the USDA will help farmers and small businesses expand access to clean energy and lower energy bills through the Rural Energy for America, or REAP program. Davis said rural development is investing $1,789,170 in grants that will support 15 clean energy products across Kansas. And they're working hard supporting Kansas's small businesses and farmers as they create jobs for their communities. REAP enables agricultural producers and rural small business owners to expand their use of wind, solar, geothermal, and small hydropower energy and make energy efficiency improvements. These innovations help them increase their income, grow their businesses, and address climate change while lowering energy costs for American families. This announcement is part of a larger national announcement that includes projects in 38 other states and Guam. The USDA Rural Development provides loans and grants to help expand economic opportunities, create jobs, and improve the quality of life for millions of Americans in rural areas. And to learn more, you can visit usda.gov. In Nebraska news, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. will appear on Nebraska's general election ballot this fall as a nonpartisan presidential candidate over an objection from the Nebraska Democratic Party. Kennedy's campaign submitted more than 5,000 signatures last month to the Nebraska Secretary of State's office, which announced on Friday that it had certified Kennedy's ballot petition with 4,442 valid signatures from registered Nebraska voters. His campaign needed at least 2,500 signatures. In a statement, the Secretary of State, Bob Ebnen, said the Elections Division and county election officials worked diligently to process and certify the petition. He said 7 petitions have been returned this year for signature verification, and their election officials were working hard to accurately verify the thousands of signatures in a timely manner. The Democratic Party filed an objection last week, alleging in part that Kennedy and his running mate, Nicole Shanahan, shouldn't appear on the nonpartisan ballot because they're affiliated with political parties in other states. And they also allege that the overall strategy of the campaign has been to seek ballot access through whichever method they perceive to be the easiest. Evans' office considered the objection, but determined Kennedy's campaign fulfilled the legal requirements that Democrats allege Kennedy was violating, saying the matters raised did not require that Kennedy be kept off the ballot, and barring any legal challenges, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. will be listed on Nebraska's general election ballot as a nonpartisan candidate in the U.S. presidential race. A former Nebraska transit director pled no contest on Monday to charges that he went on a spending spree with the company credit card. Judge James Cube then found 33-year-old Jeffrey Stewart guilty of unauthorized use of a financial transaction device and obstructing governmental operations after the charges were reduced after a plea agreement. According to court documents, Stewart was the director of North Fork Area Transit in Norfolk, and from April to December 2022, he made more than $740,000 in unauthorized purchases. A state audit found the lavish spending included $35,000 for a trip Stewart and his family took to Florida, and Stewart also used the credit card at multiple casinos. The transit agency is a nonprofit. However, the Nebraska State Auditor's Office said 83% of its funding comes from taxpayers. Authorities said Stewart was charged in December 2022, but he fled to Mexico. However, in July 2023, he turned himself in to the U.S. Border Patrol. The judge set Stewart's sentencing for September 12th. I'll be back with more in just a moment.
Firebolt Ag is a full-service fertilizer and chemical retailer. They customize products for individual farmers' needs, with the primary focus being customer profitability. Let Josh and Jack help you get the most out of your farm ground. They also provide in-house marketing with Ron Wall of Flatwater Solutions. Visit Ron in Phillipsburg or call Josh at 785-854-8484 or Jack at 308-840-2819. Firebolt Ag, your leader in agriculture.
The Kansas Department of Transportation began a resurfacing project on a portion of US 283 in Trego County, and the project work involves an application of an ultra-thin bonded asphalt surface on 22 miles of pavement, starting at the Ness County line and extending north to the I-70 US 283 interchange near Waukene. Traffic through the areas where crews are actively working will be directed by flaggers and a pilot car, and motorists should plan for delays of 15 minutes or less during the daylight hours. The Kansas Department of Transportation expects this work to be completed by the end of August, conditions permitting. For more information, you can contact the Kansas Department of Transportation Area Construction Manager Mitchell Johnson at mitchell.johnson@ks.gov. According to the unofficial minutes of the Norton County Board of Commissioners meeting that was held on Monday, July 15th, Commissioner Garrett Beidler called the meeting of the Norton County Board of Commissioners to order at 9 a.m. in the Commission Room, and in attendance were Richard Thompson, Garrett Beidler, and Marvin Matchett. Terry Nelson was present to visit with the Commission about the Neighborhood Revitalization Program. The Commission has reviewed a proposed plan, but no final decision has been made, and Terry stated that he felt the plan needed to be utilized for business capital investment. Additional meetings will be held on the Neighborhood Revitalization Plan. Terry Laughlin with the Norton County Road Department spoke with the Commission on road operations and projects the county crews are working on. Bridge number 83 on Road BB was discussed, and the general opinion of the Commission and engineer is to place the bridge on the replacement list. A discussion was also held on chip and seal projects, with Terry stating that the county equipment was not in the best condition and that doing sealing at this time would be difficult. Finally, a discussion was held on minimum maintenance roads and hiring part-time truck drivers. Dallas Goslin with Norton County Economic Development and Aaron Hale, a board member, were in to visit with the Commission on the Rural Kansas New Home Development Project. An update was then given to the Commission on the start date for the duplex homes, as well as a discussion on the Neighborhood Revitalization Program. Mid-month vouchers were presented to the Commission for signature and approval, and the vouchers were approved as submitted. A discussion was held on the funds that are available from the Federal Assistance Program, and after discussion, a motion was made by Commissioner Matchett to transfer the balance to the Solid Waste Department, with a second from Commissioner Thompson, and the motion passed. The funding is to assist with the opening of new cells. A motion was made by Commissioner Matchett to approve the July 8, 2024 minutes with the second from Commissioner Thompson, and the motion passed. And with no further business before the board, the meeting was adjourned until July 18th. According to the unofficial minutes of the special meeting for the Norton County Commission that was held on Thursday, July 18th, the Norton County Commission meeting was called to order at 9 a.m. by Chairman Garrett Beidler, and members present were Commissioner Thompson, Commissioner Beidler, and County Clerk Robert Wyatt, with Commissioner Matchett absent. John Mapes with Mapes & Miller Accounting was present to finish the 2025 proposed Norton County budget, and adjustments were made to finalize the budget and prepare for publication. A hearing date has been set for August 26th at 9 a.m. in the Norton County Commission Room. A motion was made by Commissioner Thompson to approve the proposed budget and submit for publication, with the second from Chairman Beidler, and the motion passed. Per KSA statute, the Commission is to appoint one representative from the Democratic Party and one from the Republican Party to destroy the 2022 primary ballots, envelopes, and any other documents associated with the election. Commissioner Thompson made the motion to appoint Rhonda McDowell and Mark McKenna as the designated individuals, and the motion was given a second by Chairman Beidler. The motion passed. I'm Natalie Hadley. Your KQNK News was brought to you by Firebolt Ag, LLC, farmers helping farmers to succeed. You can contact Firebolt Ag today to get the most out of your farmland. Your KQNK weather forecast is being brought to you by Hinkle Termite and Pest Control, your Norton experts for all of your pest control needs. Your forecast for today, there's a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 4 p.m. Otherwise, it'll be sunny and hot with a high near 102 and a south wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming east in the afternoon. For tonight, there's a 10% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 7 p.m. Otherwise, it'll be mostly clear with a low around 65 and a north wind of 5 to 15 miles per hour. On Thursday, it should be sunny and hot with a high near 98 and a northeast wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour. And on Thursday night, it should be mostly clear with the low around 65. I'll be back in just a moment with the rest of your forecast.
When you've got bugs, we know what a nuisance that can be.
Lock 'em out. From Hinkle Termite and Pest Control, Lock 'em Out is our very effective residential insect prevention program. We'll come to your place and treat your foundation plus all insect entryways. And while we're there, receive a free termite inspection. Call Mr. Rich Wenzel, our certified technician in Norton, at 785-202-0167. That's 202-0167.
Continue with your weather forecast. On Friday, it should be sunny and hot with the high near 97. On Saturday, sunny and hot with the high near 97. On Sunday, it should be sunny and hot with the high near 100. On Monday, sunny and hot with the high near 102. And on Tuesday, mostly sunny and hot with a high near 100. Currently, with fair skies, it is 73 degrees. The humidity is 83%, the wind speed is calm, the barometric pressure is 29.86, and the dew point is 68 degrees. Your weather was brought to you by Hinkle Termite and Pest Control right here in Norton. You can call Hinkle Termite and Pest Control at 785-202-0167 for all of your pest control needs. It is 8:18. It's time for Kansas Sports, brought to you by United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
Save more, earn more with the Easy Saver account at the United Northwest Federal Credit Union. Enrollment in this program automatically rounds up the amount of all debit card and share draft purchases made from your checking account to the next whole dollar and deposits into the Easy Saver savings account. Not only will this account help you save, but it also earns 2.01% APY monthly. Special terms and conditions apply. Come in today and open your Easy Saver account at the United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything we do for you. NCUA insured.
KIN Sports, I'm Spencer Dupuy. Matt Verderam of Sports Illustrated joined 580 WIBW in Topeka on Monday and talked about the Chiefs linebacker core ahead of the season, as they're the best position on the team, but also lack the most depth.
It's one of the better starting trios in the NFL because Bolton, I know he has a wide range of opinions on him, but he's a good player. At times, a very good player. Tranquil is an excellent player. And Chenal is very good at what he does. Like he's not going to be the guy who's just constantly in there run fitting. Yeah, he's got a lot of athleticism to him, but he can cover. He can do some different things. Good blitzer. I think it's very good in the top three. My biggest concern with the Chiefs across the entire team might be the depth of the linebackers. Because if anybody gets hurt, if anybody's out for a significant amount of time, you don't have Chenal coming off the bench this year. You have Jack Cochran coming off the bench. Nothing against Jack Cochran, but he's a massive unknown. So I think the starting three are excellent, but I think the depth is a concern.
Kansas Information Network Sports, I'm Spencer Dupuis.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Can I touch this? Where does sand come from? Is this tree good for climbing? What happens if I mix these two things together? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Storing your guns securely is the best way to prevent family fire, including unintentional shootings. For more information on safe gun storage and ways to keep your family safe, visit endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org.
What do we keep in the attic? What's this thing called? Can I ride my bike backwards?
Like I said, kids are curious. It's up to us to keep them safe. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
It's true, many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than preparing for retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, I agree, and I'd like to help. I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Philip Eisenhagen. Together we can give your long-term retirement strategy the attention it deserves. Stop by our office at 418 East Holm here in Norton or call 877-3373. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.